Welcome back to part 2 of our journey into one of the most underestimated health habits after 60. If you watched part 1, then you already know. 2 simple eggs a day can quietly support your memory, your vision, your weight, your immune system, and even your energy. But here's the truth. We've only just begun to scratch the surface. Because in this next chapter, we go deeper into how eggs affect your blood sugar, your heart, your skin and hair, your muscle strength, and even your longevity. And what you'll discover may challenge everything you've been told about cholesterol, aging, and what it truly means to eat right after 60. This isn't just about what's on your plate. It's about reclaiming your strength, your independence, and your future with knowledge that's been buried for far too long. So if you haven't already, I gently invite you to subscribe to our channel, Daily Elder Advice, and join a community that believes aging isn't about decline, it's about rising with wisdom. And here's a little secret. In the final chapter of today's video, we'll uncover how 2 eggs a day may actually help extend your lifespan by protecting the most fragile parts of your body from silent aging. It's powerful, it's personal, and you won't want to miss it. Now, take a deep breath. Let's begin part 2. Because what comes next might just change the way you look at aging forever. Chapter 6: Blood Sugar Balance. How 2 eggs a day calm the storm after 60. There are few things more precious than waking up each day with a clear mind, steady energy, and a body that feels dependable. But for many people after 60, something invisible begins to shift. The highs and lows creep in, a morning fog you can't shake, an urgent hunger mid-morning, the sleepy crash after lunch. You may not call it diabetes, but your body feels the waves. And deep down, you know, this isn't how life used to feel. Here's the part most doctors don't say out loud. You don't need to wait for a diagnosis to take back control. Because sometimes, the simplest habits, like eating 2 eggs each morning, can gently retrain your body to find its rhythm again. Imagine this. Imagine waking up in a quiet house. You take a breath, stretch your arms, and head to the kitchen, not in a rush, but with purpose. You crack 2 eggs into the pan, hearing that soft sizzle, watching the golden yolk glisten. You sit down by the window, morning light warming your face, and take that first bite, warm, nourishing, familiar. And as the day unfolds, something feels different. There's no anxious craving by 10 a.m. No shaky hands, no cloudy brain, no desperate search for sugar or coffee. Instead, there's clarity. There's calm. You move through your day not surviving, but feeling balanced, capable, and quietly strong. This isn't a fantasy. It's what happens when you give your body what it has been quietly asking for all along. Why eggs calm the blood sugar storm? 2 eggs may look small, but their effect is mighty. With almost 0 carbohydrates, they don't spike your blood sugar like toast or cereal. They're rich in high-quality protein and healthy fats, which digest slowly, providing your body with steady, even energy for hours. No spikes, no crashes. Just a peaceful, sustained release that keeps your hormones stable, your cravings quiet, and your insulin levels balanced. Research shows that people who eat eggs for breakfast, eat fewer calories later in the day, have improved insulin sensitivity, and maintain healthier blood sugar, even if they're not diabetic. And dear seniors, this isn't just about sugar, it's about you. You spend a lifetime giving to others, raising families, working hard, showing up for everyone else. Now, your body is asking you to show up for you. And after 60, every choice matters more. Not because you're weaker, but because you're wiser. You know now that energy isn't about caffeine. That health isn't about being skinny, it's about feeling steady, grounded, present, alive. This isn't about fighting sugar. It's about finding peace in your body again. And 2 eggs a day may be the gentlest, kindest way to begin. Because when you start your morning with something real, nourishing, and simple, your body listens, and it says, thank you. If this chapter brought you a sense of calm or a new perspective, please type 6 in the comments. And if you know someone over 60 who's tired of the highs and lows, send this their way. Sometimes peace begins with breakfast. And before we move on to the next chapter, let me gently remind you, if you found even one useful insight so far. There's so much more still to come. In the second half of this video, we'll talk about how eggs affect your blood sugar, your heart, your physical strength, and even the science behind why they might help you live longer. If you're enjoying this journey, please take a second to click the subscribe button. It means the world to us, and it helps more people like you discover life-changing, age-wise advice. And I'd love to hear from you. What's one thing you've learned so far that surprised you? Leave a comment below with the number of the chapter that resonated most. Let's keep learning from one another. Chapter 7: The Real Truth About Eggs and Heart Health After 60. For years, we were told, avoid eggs, they raise your cholesterol, they're bad for your heart. And so, many older adults quietly remove them from their breakfast tables, sometimes with guilt, sometimes with fear, and often with regret. Because here's the reality science now confirms. Eggs were never the villain, misunderstanding was. And today, we're going to rewrite that story, one that could bring relief, clarity, and a whole lot of joy back to your morning plate. Where the fear came from, and why it's outdated. Yes, it's true. The yolk of one egg contains about 186 milligrams of cholesterol. But what most people, even many doctors, don't explain is this. Dietary cholesterol isn't the same as blood cholesterol. Your body is smart. When you eat more cholesterol from food, your liver naturally produces less. It balances itself out, especially in healthy people. Recent studies, including those published in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology, show that moderate egg consumption is not associated with increased risk of heart disease in the general population. In fact, for most older adults, eggs may actually support cardiovascular health in powerful, unexpected ways. Imagine this. Imagine waking up tomorrow, no fear, no confusion, just confidence. You prepare your breakfast, 2 eggs, gently cooked. You sit, eat slowly, and feel that quiet reassurance rise in your chest. You're not harming your heart. You're supporting it with real food, real nutrients, and real intention. You're no longer following outdated warnings. You're listening to your body and the science that finally respects your wisdom. What eggs actually do for your heart? Eggs offer more than cholesterol. They provide heart protective compounds that your body craves, especially as you age. HDL cholesterol, unlike bad LDL. HDL is the good guy, and eggs help increase HDL, which helps remove excess cholesterol from your arteries. Lutein and zeaxanthin. You've heard of these for eye health, but they also reduce oxidative stress and inflammation, which are major causes of artery damage. Choline, essential for breaking down homocysteine, a compound linked to arterial stiffness and heart disease risk. Omega-3s, in pasture-raised eggs, support healthy blood vessels and circulation. Monounsaturated fats help regulate blood lipids and improve heart resilience. So instead of being a threat to your heart, eggs may actually be its ally as long as they're part of a balanced, whole food lifestyle. A gentle note for seniors with heart conditions. If you have a history of heart disease or high cholesterol, moderation is still wise, but that doesn't mean elimination. For many seniors, 1 to 2 eggs a day, within a diet rich in vegetables, fruits, healthy fats, and fiber, can be both safe and supportive. The real danger isn't the egg, it's the processed food that crept in when we removed it. You've carried enough fear in your heart. It's time to carry strength instead. 2 eggs a day won't clog your arteries. They may, in fact, nourish the very organ that keeps you alive. If this chapter gave you relief or made you rethink what you've been told, type 7 in the comments. You deserve truth, you deserve clarity, and you deserve to eat without fear. Chapter 8: Hair, Skin and Nails. The surprising beauty benefits of eggs after 60. Let's talk about beauty. Not the beauty in magazine covers or expensive creams, but the kind of beauty that lives quietly in your skin, your hair, your hands. The kind of beauty that tells the story of how well you've lived and how well you're still caring for yourself. Because here's something that might surprise you. 2 eggs a day. That humble habit may be one of the simplest ways to nourish your natural beauty from the inside out, especially after 60. Imagine this. You look in the mirror, not to criticize, but to notice. Your skin feels softer. Your hair looks fuller, shinier, even a little more vibrant. Your nails, no longer brittle or splitting, but strong and smooth like they once were. You didn't buy a miracle serum. You didn't visit a salon. You simply started giving your body what it was quietly missing all along, real nourishment that builds real beauty from within. Because after all these years, you've earned the right to feel radiant naturally. Why eggs matter for hair, skin and nails after 60. After 60, collagen decreases, skin becomes thinner, hair loses keratin, nails weaken. But your body still knows how to rebuild if it has the right tools. And eggs? They're a beauty powerhouse, rich in exactly what aging skin, hair, and nails are craving. Protein, the foundation for keratin, hair and nails, and collagen, skin elasticity. Without it, thinning hair and sagging skin become more rapid. Biotin, vitamin B7, found especially in egg yolks. Biotin is vital for hair growth and thickness, strong, smooth nails, preventing dry, flaky skin. Vitamin A promotes cell turnover, supporting vibrant, hydrated skin and healthy oil production in the scalp. Choline helps maintain cell membrane structure, keeping skin firm and resilient. Selenium and zinc, 2 antioxidants that protect skin from premature aging. Dullness and oxidative stress. This isn't about vanity. It's about feeling like yourself again when you look in the mirror. Because confidence isn't skin deep, it begins at the cellular level. For seniors, beauty is health made visible. At your age, beauty is no longer about perfection. It's about vitality, glow, grace. When your skin glows, it means your body is nourished. When your hair feels stronger, it means your protein needs are being met. When your nails stop breaking, it means your nutrients are getting where they need to go. 2 eggs a day can't reverse time, but they can restore the radiance that belongs to you, not from youth, but from nourishment, self-respect, and care. Real beauty after 60 is quiet, elegant, and deeply earned, and it's never too late to support it from the inside out. With 2 eggs a day, you're not chasing beauty, you're honoring it gently, naturally, and with wisdom. If this chapter reminded you that you still deserve to feel beautiful, type 8 in the comments, because age may change the mirror, but never your worth. Chapter 9, Muscle Strength: How Eggs Help You Stay Strong, Independent, and Mobile After 60. There's a quiet moment that arrives for many of us after 60. It's not dramatic, just a pause, a slight hesitation before we stand up. A little less confidence on the stairs. A hand reaching for the wall, not because we're weak, but because we're not quite sure anymore. This isn't about pride. It's about independence. Because when we lose our muscle strength, we don't just lose physical power. We risk losing the freedom to move through life on our own terms. But here's the uplifting truth. Muscle loss after 60 is not inevitable. And one of your greatest allies in preserving it may be sitting quietly in your fridge. 2 eggs a day. Imagine this. You wake up, stretch, and rise from bed without effort. You walk through the house, take a few steps outside, and feel that lightness in your legs, strong, sure, steady. You bend down to reach something on the floor and rise again. Without thinking twice. No joint wobble, no oof, just movement that feels natural, capable, yours. That's not youth. That's muscle memory, preserved. That's nutrition meeting action, 1 egg at a time. Why protein from eggs is essential after 60. As we age, we face a condition called sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss. It can begin as early as your 50s, and by the time we hit 70, we've lost up to 30% of our muscle mass if we don't fight to keep it. But here's the good news. You can fight it with food. Eggs offer 6 grams of complete protein per egg with all 9 essential amino acids your body needs to repair and build muscle. Leucine, an amino acid that specifically triggers muscle protein synthesis, your body's signal to maintain and grow muscle tissue. High bioavailability, meaning your body absorbs the protein from eggs more efficiently than most other foods. B vitamins like B6 and B12, which support energy production, making movement feel easier and more sustainable. And with just 150 calories in 2 eggs, you get dense nutrition without overloading your digestive system. Perfect for older adults who may not eat as much as they used to. Why muscle means more than looks. This isn't about building biceps or looking like you're 30 again. It's about getting out of a chair without help. About climbing stairs without fear. About catching yourself if you trip because your legs are strong enough to respond. Muscle strength protects you from falls and fractures, hospitalization from minor injuries, loss of independence, being labeled as frail when you still feel vibrant inside. 2 eggs a day won't do all the work, but they give your body the building blocks so that every walk, stretch, or gentle workout has the fuel to make a real difference. Your legs are not just for walking, they're for freedom, and every bite of real, whole protein is a message to your body. I still want to move, I still want to live life fully. 2 eggs a day may be the quiet partner that helps you keep moving forward on your own, with confidence. If this chapter reminded you that strength has no age limit, type 9 in the comments. Let's keep walking, strong, steady, and together. Chapter 10. Longevity. Can 2 eggs a day help you live longer and better? Let's talk about time. Not the time marked by clocks and calendars, but the kind that's felt in your breath, your energy, your relationships, your quiet mornings. After 60, you begin to see time differently. Not as something to chase, but as something to protect, to savor, to fill with meaning. And that's why today's chapter matters more than ever. Because what if a small daily habit, 2 eggs each morning, could not only improve how long you live, but how fully you live? Imagine this. Imagine waking up at 85 not just alive, but awake. Your mind is clear. Your body moves with grace. You enjoy your morning walk. You remember your granddaughter's name. You laugh without effort. You don't need help to shower. You don't sit in silence all day. You feel present, whole, and deeply grateful. This isn't fantasy. It's what's possible when every day, over many years, you nourish your body not to survive, but to thrive. And 2 eggs a day, they may be a tiny part of that, but they're part of a bigger promise that you're still choosing life with intention. How eggs support healthy aging and longevity. Longevity isn't just about avoiding disease. It's about preserving function, the ability to think, move, connect, and enjoy your time on Earth. And eggs contribute to that in powerful, evidence-backed ways. Choline protects brain health and reduces risk of cognitive decline. Protein preserves muscle, which guards against falls, frailty, and hospitalizations. Healthy fats support heart and vascular health. Antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin fight cellular aging and inflammation. Complete nutrients help your body repair itself daily, delaying the breakdown of systems we rely on to stay independent. Studies show that diets rich in these compounds, especially when consumed consistently in real food form, are linked with better mobility, sharper minds, and longer lifespans. And eggs, they wrap it all up in one perfectly designed package. Let's be honest. No one wants to live longer if it means being in pain, dependent, or forgotten. But living longer with clarity, mobility, and purpose, that's a gift worth protecting. And the path to that kind of longevity doesn't begin in a lab or a luxury clinic. It begins in the kitchen, at the breakfast table, with 2 warm eggs, made with care, and eaten with presence. You don't need miracles. You need consistency, wisdom, nourishment, and the belief that your future is still worth investing in. You can't control everything about aging, but you can control what you give your body day by day, meal by meal, and 2 eggs a day may be one of the simplest, most powerful gifts you give your future self. Not just to live longer, but to live fully, deeply, and beautifully, right up to the very last chapter. If this chapter moved you, or reminded you of what really matters, Type 10 in the comments. Let's grow older together, not just adding years, but adding meaning. If you stayed with us through all 10 chapters, thank you. Truly, because this series wasn't just about eggs. It was about you, about your strength, your story, and your quiet, steady commitment to living well at any age. We began with a simple question. What happens when someone over 60 eats just 2 eggs a day? And what we discovered together was far more powerful than calories or nutrients. We discovered that 2 eggs a day can support your memory, protect your vision, stabilize your blood sugar, strengthen your heart, preserve your muscles, brighten your skin, and perhaps, just perhaps, extend not only how long you live, but how fully you live. These chapters weren't just about what's happening in your body. They were a reflection of how you're choosing to show up for yourself every single morning, because aging isn't about fading away. It's about rising into a deeper version of yourself with grace, with wisdom, and with quiet courage. So if even one part of this journey made you think, or feel, or hope a little more, please like this video, subscribe to our channel Daily Elder Advice, and share it with someone who deserves to feel strong again. And I'd love to know, what chapter spoke to your heart the most? Type a number in the comments, 1 to 10. We read every single one, because this is not just a video. It's a conversation. It's a circle of people, just like you, who still believe that the best years are not behind us. They are waiting to be lived, with intention, nourishment, and the simple beauty of 2 eggs, and the power of one choice. Made every morning.